Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass were called to be starters this past week and did not disappoint. And coming out of college, TJ Bass had a lot of versatility playing that left tackle and guard position. With Brock Hoffman, he's a former captain who played the center position coming out of college with versatility to play guard if needed. And you have to give your flowers to guys like Will McClay for bringing these players on board. So when you're taking a look at guys like TJ Bass and Brock Hoffman, it's great to know that you can be able to plug these players in just in case if guys like Tyler Smith or Zach Martin were to get hurt. And being able to play that center position as well as that guard position, it's great to know that you have players that's fully capable of stepping up. So on this play here is going to be a run to the left side right behind Tyron Smith. But just seeing TJ and Brock, how they were able to control their guy at the line of scrimmage and remove these guys out the play and just be physical. This is the kind of things that you like to see from the offensive line, being able to set that tone and allowing Rico Dowdle to see it and get a chunk play. So we'll go ahead and run it. Zooming in on Brock Hoffman, you see the defensive tackle. He's really, really low right now. And usually the smarter offensive guards, they'll see a guy get low like that and they can be able to control them at the line of scrimmage. Just get physical with them, torque your body. You see how he torqued like that? That's all he needed to do to get that guy on the ground. And all you got to do is sit on him, Cowboys Nation. Whenever you do things like that, you can quickly remove a guy out of the play. A lot of these defensive tackles, they're very, very clumsy, so you can be able to get the advantage quickly. So zooming in on TJ Bass, just watching this guy engage in contact and driving his legs and getting in number 57's way. You see Jake Ferguson, he's trying to get that crackback block, but just seeing TJ Bass being able to just remove his guy from the line of scrimmage and making it easy for a guy like Rico Dowdle, that is classic blocking right there. I love to be able to see these type of plays, just being on the same page, everybody understanding the assignment. If they can continue to keep doing things like that, this offense is going to be hard to stop. Here's another play here where they're going to be sending all four down linemen, as well as number 47. They're going to be sending him on a blitz. With number 32 and 57, they're going to be dropping in coverage. But just seeing guys like TJ Bass, Rico Dowdle, he was able to pick up number 47, and his blocking was very, very good throughout this game as well. But with TJ Bass, the way that he was able to just clamp onto his guy, being able to unleash his will on him, reps like this is always good because every second matters when you're trying to buy back some time. So we'll go ahead and run it. Just seeing number 79 and the way that he was able to just get inside, you always want to make sure that you can be able to strike these guys between their pecs just so you can be able to control them. A lot of these guys, they like to try to fight off, but usually whenever you can be able to just do the technique things, just like this guy did, you're not going to be able to get away from players like that. All it's going to do is buy Dak some time. It was an incomplete pass on this play. Dak was really, really on fire throughout this game. It's great to be able to see this from guys like TJ Bass, and it's not going to be easy going up against these premier defensive tackles. But when you can be able to get reps like this is the kind of stuff that Solari likes to see. This is the type of play that Mike McCarthy likes to see as well. And if he can be able to stay consistent, this is how the coaching staff can be able to trust you that much more. So in this play here, Tony Pollard's going to be getting the ball, and it's great to see these type of plays like this with Tony Pollard because being able to run the ball once we get to the playoffs is going to keep everything open for Dak Prescott. But seeing guys like Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass being able to shield their defenders and allowing Tony Pollard to get a crease, it's good to be able to see these type of plays because that just shows that they understand what Tony Pollard wants to do on the play. And getting 5 or 6 yards is always good because this is what keeps the playbook open. So we'll go ahead and run it. Tony Pollard gets the ball. And seeing the offensive guards being able to shield their guys to the left side and Hunter Luckby going out there and getting himself a good block as well. It's great to be able to see these type of plays because Tony Pollard is one of the running backs that only needs a small crease. And having guys like Tyler Smith and Zach Martin being in the offensive line room is only going to get these guys better. They will make mistakes, but they have been showing some good reps. So if these guys can continue to keep building off of this, it's only going to make the Cowboys offensive line that much more better. And just knowing if we have guys like this, if needed, is a great feeling, Cowboys Nation. And this is the result you get when you draft well. So on this final play here, they're going to be sending all six players to get to Dak Prescott. And the thing is about Washington, they're in shambles right now. So at this point in the game, they were just trying to do everything. And one thing about Dak Prescott, you have to be very, very careful when you're blitzing against him because he sees it. But just seeing guys like Brock Hoffman, the way he was able to stand this guy up, it's always great to see these type of plays. And this ended up being a Brandon Cooks touchdown. So we'll go ahead and run it. The defensive tackle did get off a good bull rush. It looked like he was going to lose this rep, but it's good because he was able to recover himself. He was backing up, but he was able to set his base. And looking at guys like Rico Dowdle, I mean, Rico Dowdle was getting off some blocks all throughout the game, and we're going to really need this from him throughout this whole playoff stretch. It looked like he was ready to catch a pass. He was very, very physical. But looking at guys like Brock Hoffman, being able to just fight with this guy and set your base and just buy enough time for Dak Prescott to be able to throw the ball. All you need is a little bit of time when it comes to guys like Dak Prescott to be able to sit there and throw a dot to Brandon Cooks. You can be able to get things like this from these type of players. Just having that type of consistency is always good. These guys really stepped up against the Washington Commanders, but we know that Tyler Smith and Zach Martin, they will be back for the playoff stretch. But when you got guys that can play center and guard in your back pocket, just in case guys were to get injured, you have to give a lot of credit to the whole organization for bringing these guys in. But it's not going to be easy for these guys. They got a lot of learning to do. And just seeing what these guys can be able to do as rookies is going to be exciting to see what these guys can do with their career going forward. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because the way the YouTube algorithm works, if you don't hit it, you'll miss on fire live streams and unique breakdowns. All right, Cowboys Nation. Talk to y'all soon. Gone.